Has knee pain ever stopped you from daily activity? When you have knee pain, you know it's super frustrating. Bending, stretching, walking, hopping, skipping, falling. Everything creates that dull ache or sharp pain through your knees. 9 times out of 10, it's not the knee's fault. What we're not addressing is the muscles surrounding the knee. The knees need stability and the knees need mobility. So a lot of people focus just on stretching around the knees and the muscles support around the knees. But what we're forgetting to actually encourage correct daily movement is the stability. There are muscles that need to stabilize the knee that get switched off. We need to look at hip stability and we need to look at ankle stability. The one joint between the hip and the ankle is your knee. When these are lacking stability and mobility, we have too much movement in our knee. We either go internal, external, or too much rotation through the knee. We need to focus now. I'm going to give you exercises on the stability of the hip and the ankle. When the ankle is losing range of motion, we tend to do too much forward movement through our knee. The knee takes the extra movement that the ankle is lacking. Doing simple movements just like this, providing movement through your ankle, keeping your heel on the ground, will start breaking up the fascia through the Achilles and through the calf. Doing calf raises for stability, either single leg or double leg, will make sure that we're encouraging correct movement through the whole foot from the heel to the sole. I like to actually elevate my toes and keep my heel on the ground to make sure that knee now does not go over my toes. It encourages correct movement, correct range of motion through the heel and less through the knee, so less pressure through the knee. Take yourself up on a step, but don't drop your heel so far down. I see people dropping their heel too far down. You just want to take it to the point of tension and give it a little bounce so we're breaking the fascia more so than damaging the muscle. What you will want to do as well is bend your knee in this position. That gives it extra extension, extra range of motion. A super easy one that you can do is actually forward rocking on the floor. If you're encouraging these movements even daily, even if it takes you 5 to 10 seconds daily, we're going to start producing better range of motion through our ankle, which then takes the pressure off your knee. Remember, too much range of motion through your knee means minimal range of motion through your ankle. Let's reverse that and make sure that we're protecting those knees. Making sure that range of motion is the end goal. Hip mobility. The forgotten muscle in our hip mobility is the TFL. It's a little muscle, but packs a punch. Once it becomes tense, it holds that hip and you now are restricted through the hip mobility, the ball and socket joint. Grabbing a foam roller and foam rolling your TFL will provide more mobility than focusing on the ball and socket joint. You're going to go forward and backwards, but we also want to go side to side. By encouraging one movement forward and backwards in a muscle doesn't provide as much release as going in all range of motions. Forward and back and side to side is exactly what we want to do. Along with providing mobility through your hip, we must remember that adding the activation and the stability will improve range of motion. We want the glute med. This one here also works hand in hand with the TFL. So the glute med will actually help provide stability through the pelvis, stability through the knee. It actually reads the knee. When the glute med is working correctly, you're taking less pressure off the knee. The glute med, the glute max, and the glute min are actually the suspension in your whole body. By doing these 4 exercises for a warm-up or on a daily basis, you're going to be providing extra mobility, extra stability through your body, but also taking the pressure off your knee and encouraging correct daily movements.